Welcome back, my friends. This is Eric Bailey. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the three main barriers that keep a person from being successful. Have you ever felt stuck? Stay tuned. How many times have you felt stuck? How many times have you had something that you wanted to go after, but you didn't because for whatever reason you felt weighed down? We've all felt this way from time to time. I found that there are three main things that keep us stuck and keep us from actually moving forward and achieving the dreams and the goals that we want to create in our life. The first one may seem a little counterintuitive. The first one is perfectionism. And you know people like this. They don't do anything unless it's absolutely perfect. And if it isn't perfect, they get super upset. They beat themselves up. My friend, are you guilty of this? It's interesting and it sounds counterintuitive because a lot of people think, well, wait a second. If I'm a perfectionist and I strive for perfection all the time, that's going to motivate me to keep getting better. Well, that may be true to a degree. Eventually, it's going to become an anchor for you. Because, unfortunately, most people realize at one point or another that it's pretty impossible to become perfect here in this life. It's fascinating. Most people love to hate on themselves, particularly on their bodies. There are two main parts of the body that people just absolutely love to hate on. For example, one is their belly, and the other is the bum. What they find is they see these areas of their bodies that aren't where they want them to be. And so they look at themselves in the mirror and they think, oh my gosh, I am such a horrible person. I don't look the way I want to look. And it begins to snowball into other areas of your life. My friend, regardless of if you have a big belly, small belly, rock solid abs, amazing body, do me a favor and do this silly exercise with me. Are you willing? Take your hands out just like this and grab your belly. If it's anything like mine, it might be kind of squishy. And give it a little rubbing. Give it a little loving. And simply tell yourself, I love my belly. If someone happens to be walking by, say, hey, guess what? I've got a nice belly. My friend, take your hands out just like this and grab the bum. Give it a little loving. Give it a little rubbing. And simply say to yourself, I love my bum. If someone happens to be walking by, say, by the way, I've got a nice bum. The way to overcome perfectionism is to love yourself more. The more you allow yourself to be imperfect, the closer you actually become to being perfect. I once heard a mentor of mine say, Eric, perfection is a direction, not a destination. I used to always beat myself up over this, and from time to time I still do. I'm still not perfect at this concept. I love producing the absolute best work I possibly can. And especially when I'm up on stage and presenting in front of a bunch of people, if I make a mistake, sometimes I'll think, oh my gosh, I just messed up. Maybe I'm not giving these people as much value as I possibly could. And I begin to beat myself up. My friend, are you willing to try something for me over the next 7 days? Each day for the next 7 days, as you're getting ready in front of the mirror, simply give yourself a little more loving. Take your hands and kind of rub yourself over your body. I mean, don't be weird about it, but just give yourself a little extra love and say, regardless of my imperfections, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. You may find that this massively boosts your confidence. And of course, if your confidence goes up, so do your results. That leads me to block number 2. Years ago, when I first got started in the mentoring and training industry, I felt like people had to view me as perfect. And so if I had a bad day or I was going through some challenges myself, I thought I had to wear what I like to call a mask of inauthenticity. If I was having a bad day, I would simply put on a smile on my face and I would appear like everything was going just fine. Now, there is something to smiling as you're experiencing challenges to send a message to your brain, hey, we're okay, but that doesn't mean you have to be fake. I thought that I had to be. And so for a long time, I wouldn't let anybody know if I was having a bad day, or I was experiencing a challenge, or if I was human. I very much wore a mask of inauthenticity. And I kept hearing this feedback, Eric, you're fake. And it used to upset me. I used to think, wait a second, what do you mean I'm fake? I've got the results that I claim to have. I've got the nice house. I've got the amazing business. I've got the loving wife. I'm happy. But Eric, you're fake. And it wasn't until I had a major breakthrough that I realized that so many of my clients or prospective clients could sense that I was wearing a mask of inauthenticity. My friends, people don't want you to appear perfect. Again, especially if you're in the mentoring or training industry, they don't want you to be perfect. Imagine that. People don't want perfect mentors and coaches. They want someone that they can relate to. And so, of course, I'm not saying that if you go through a hard time, you've got to get on your social media page and begin to vent and dump and say, hey, everybody, I'm going through this and I'm going through that. But it does mean that if you are having a rough time, it's okay to reach out for help. It's okay to say, hey, my friends, I'm going through a bit of a challenge right now. Would you be willing to say a prayer for me or send me some positive energy? Or if you know someone that could help me through this situation, please send them my way. I can't tell you how many times people have sent me messages after making those really vulnerable posts of people saying, Eric, thank you so very much for posting that. It really helped me to relate to you. I've experienced something extremely similar. And thank you for posting that, because now I know that if you can do it, I can do it. It's time to remove that mask of inauthenticity. It's time to step into your power. And of course, that brings us to number 3. One of the biggest hindrances, or one of the biggest things that keeps people stuck and held down, are their excuses. You've heard people make excuses for just about everything. Well, I can't go out and exercise because I'm too tired. Well, I can't go to that seminar because it's too far away. Well, I can't start that business because it's just too risky. How many excuses do you have in your life right now that are keeping you stuck? Eventually, you're going to have to make a choice between excuses and results. You can't have both, my friend. Which one do you choose to hang on to? One of the things that I like to do is to turn my excuses into reasons why I will. For example, if I have the thought, I don't want to exercise because I'm too tired, I turn that into, I'm going to go exercise so that I have more energy. Or if I begin to have the doubts, wait a second, I don't want to make that business investment because I don't want to spend the money, I turn that around to, I'm going to make this business investment so I can create more money. Or I'm going to hire this mentor to teach me to make more money. My friend, do me a favor. Make a list of all of the excuses that are keeping you from reaching your greatness. And then turn them around into reasons why you will. Grab something to write with and a sheet of paper right now. Make a list of all of your excuses. And then turn them around into reasons why you will. It's time to get past these 3 main blocks. It's time to finally get unstuck. My friend, let go of your perfectionism. Let go of your mask of inauthenticity. And let go of your excuses. You are worth it. Hey, thanks again for watching my video. If you liked it, please make sure to like and subscribe. And of course, feel free to leave a comment below. As usual, if you know people that would benefit from this video, please send it their way. And of course, if you want to take it to the next level, join us at one of our next live events. You will be so glad that you did.